Welcome, man. 69 Dart, man. What's up, man? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get it in real quick, man. Got a pissed off female customer. And guess what car maker she's pissed off at? No, it's not freaking Dodge. It's nothing belonging to Stellantis. Okay. Yes, if you guess Ford, there's a chance because they have a lot of pissed off customers out there. Honda, yes. Even Toyota. Yeah, they got some pissed off customers. But what we talking about is Kia. All right. Now, I don't know if she's pissed off at the car maker or the treatment she was getting. Okay, we're gonna listen to her story, and she's gonna tell her story. So we're gonna try to decipher whether she was badly treated because of her sexuality. She's a female, of course. She's a female. That goes without saying, right? It's a female. So females tend to think that they are targeted for mistreatment. You can just say anything to them. You can just tell them anything. They better believe you because they don't know much about cars. And you can sell them anything. That's the misconception about dealerships. Some of y'all call them stealerships, but I do not advocate treating anybody bad, okay, whether it's female or male. But she seems to be under the impression that she was badly mistreated. So what I want to do is dissect her story because after hearing the story, I want to defend both sides. Okay, I'm gonna play the judge here. I'm Judge Jay Twizzle. All right, how's that? I'm gonna play the judge because there's a little bit of fault. Everybody play a role in this, but her mistreatment, I'm not sure it was mistreatment. No, much so. Am I sure? The place didn't know what they're doing. And again, I'm not talking about Kia, the corporation, the people that built the car. I'm talking about a representative. Guys, dealerships are actually representative of such car or such vehicle, the product. Okay, if you selling Ford at a dealership, you represent Ford Motor Company. All right, it's just simple as that. Ain't no way around it. So look, let's listen to her story, and we're gonna try to dissect this because I ain't gonna be on here long, about 5-10 minutes. All right, where is her story? Where is her freaking story? All right, I think this is right here.
This little piece of rubber glue, ladies, is why you advocate for yourself. I went to the Kia car dealership to get an oil change today, and there's this noise in my car that's been happening for a month. I took a video when the noise happened, so that way I would have something to show them, right? So my appointment was at 9:30. I finished at like 11:30, 12. Everything was good. They found what was wrong with the noise. They fixed it. I left at like 12 o'clock. I went to the mall across the street to run in real quick, and then I went and sat in my car and did some work. The AC was running. I started hearing the noise again, so I go back. The original guy who took care of me, he left. He wasn't feeling well, so he was gone. So I had to go to a new service guy. The new service guy, he heard the noise, and then he tells me, well, just listen to music while you drive so you can tune out the noise, or turn your air up more so it drowns out the noise. I'm sorry, you're telling me as a customer, I spent my personal money that I worked hard for my car, you're telling me to just cover up the noise and that's all the fix is? That is not acceptable. So then he takes the car back, the tech looks at it, and he's kind of like, well, they would have to replace this part, essentially, and I don't know if warranty would cover it, blah, blah, blah. That was it. So I left, the noise was kind of gone. I get maybe 5 minutes down the road and the noise is back and now it's even louder like it was the initial time.
God.
I didn't know what to do because like I already went back and they told me basically there's nothing could be done, but like I was so frustrated. I like to drive in silence sometimes and like I don't want to hear this banging noise. Ooh. So then I said, you know the fuck what? I'm going to be a girl boss like I am, and I'm going to take my ass back there and I'm going to advocate for myself because I'm tired of men. And especially in the fucking car dealership for some reason, taking advantage of women or not listening to us. Yes, there's a problem with my car, and I knew there was something wrong with my car. I drive it every day, all day. You were in it for 10 minutes, and you're telling me you don't hear anything over 10 minutes? That's ridiculous. Ooh. So when I got back, I went to the guy who sold me my car, and thankfully he got involved. And then I spoke to a manager, and I said, like, you know, like, I don't understand why no one's taking the problem serious. Like, I understand you may not hear it for the 5 minutes, but, like, I hear it. I drive this car every day. So finally, the assistant service manager takes me seriously, and he's like, all right, we're going to wait for the head foreman to come and take a look. An hour and a half goes by, and finally he comes up to me and he shows me this little piece.
Oh.
The head mechanic told me that he heard the noise I was talking about. He kind of knew what he thought it would be, and then he said when he opened up, he didn't see anything. So guess what? He had to literally go in my car, take it fully apart, and stick a camera through. And guess what? There was a problem the whole time. This piece of plastic, tape, whatever, rubber, was hitting the thing the whole time.
Oh.
Hitting every single time. And that's why the noise was there. And I live in Florida, so when it was really hot, it would melt. And then obviously when the air would go on, it would get hard again and start moving. This is why you advocate for yourselves. Please do not, never let a man tell you that nothing's wrong, blah, blah, blah. Even women, don't let anyone ever tell you something is wrong when you know in your heart something's wrong. Advocate for yourself because there are solutions, and people need to start taking their jobs seriously and listening to their clients and not giving them bullshit excuses. Really, to turn off the air or make the air higher or listen to music, that's a terrible thing to say to a customer.
Oh, couple things. Whoa, wait a minute. She was pissed. She was cussing and everything. Listen, now, again, I want to defend both parties, all right? Let's start with the dealership. Let's start with the service guy. Let's start with the service technician. I can relate because I happen to be one. Here's the deal. This was what we call an intermittent problem. All right, let me tell you something about intermittent problems. They are extremely hard to find, and if this is a new car, it don't pay nothing to find it. In other words, it's not profitable. Okay, mechanics work on commission. All right. If they spend 2 hours riding around listening for that crazy dumb noise and they don't find it, they can't get them 2 hours back. Now, the flip side of that, if they spend 2 hours driving your car and they finally find it, like that little plastic thing right there, they still gonna have a hard time getting paid. Okay, it's just the reality, guys. So a mechanic is not gonna spend a lot of time on little noises like that. Okay, on brand new cars, or yeah, it's warranty. No, I don't give me that. That's why, in my opinion, dealerships should have a certain personnel set aside to address things like that. Commission mechanics have no business riding around 2 hours looking for a freaking noise that he's not going to get paid on. What's the labor off for that? And I'm going to tell you something about car makers when it comes to stuff like this. They doing themselves a disservice. All right, this guy, if he spent 2 hours on this vehicle, he should be paid 2 hours. Here's what going to end up doing, because I see this firsthand with my own 2 eyes. Mechanics just make up shit. Just, yeah, it was a wiring problem on the lower half and I had to cut it and fix. They're going to find a way to justify getting paid 2 hours. When you can't find a labor op, I don't know if y'all know what labor ops are, but when you can't find a labor op to justify getting paid, there's no labor op for finding a freaking rubber piece of plastic jammed up into your fender wall making a noise. What's the labor out for that? Nobody knows. All right. So a crooked mechanic just gonna make up something so he can get paid. Now, the other side to that, from her point of view, because she don't know what it is, in her eyes, it could be dangerous. And ladies and gentlemen, she have a point. It could be extremely dangerous because we don't know what it is. That noise could come and she could be riding around, her car just die or quit or something fall out because it was getting looser and looser and looser and finally gave out. The unknown bothers some people. Okay. Yes, it's gratifying. It's rewarding to find out it was such a small incident, but you never know what it is until you find it. Now, unfortunately, to find it will require a lot of effort put in by that mechanic. You heard what she said. Another mechanic had to get on it because one guy had went home.
Went back and they told me basically there's nothing could be done. But like, I was so frustrated. I like to drive in silence sometimes. And like, I don't want to hear this banging noise. So then I said, you know the fuck what? I'm going to be a girl boss like I am. And I'm going to take my ass back there and I'm going to advocate for myself because I'm tired of men. And especially in the fucking car dealership for some reason, taking advantage of women or not listening to us.
It's not that. I think had you been a guy, had you been a male, you would have got the same treatment. You got a brand new freaking car with a little weird ass noise that a certified mechanic likely not going to get paid for. All right. It just so happened that you're a female. I'm sorry this happened to you, but this didn't happen to you because you're a female. This is a unique situation for you. That's all that is. It has nothing to do with sexist. All right. But if you experience that and that's the reason why you're saying this, then that's a different story. Okay. If this has happened to you before, as far as the mistreatment go, then yeah, it's justified. Your anger is justified. But in this particular case is what I'm talking about.
Yes, there's a problem with my car, and I knew there was something wrong with my car. I drive it every day, all day. You were in it for 10 minutes, and you're telling me you don't hear anything over 10 minutes? That's ridiculous. So when I got back, I went to the guy who sold me my car, and thankfully he got involved. And then I spoke to a manager, and I said, like, I don't understand why no one's taking the problem serious. Like, I understand you may not hear it for the 5 minutes, but, like, I hear it. I drive this car every day. So finally, the assistant service manager takes me seriously, and he's like, all right, we're going to wait for the head foreman to come and take a look. And
that's the solution. The head foreman likely pays set up that way. Okay. He's likely being paid to deal with incidents like that. Shop foreman, head foreman, whatever you want to call them. A regular commission mechanic don't give two F's about your car and this silly ass noise that's under warranty. Okay. So technically, this got dispatched to the wrong guy in the beginning. Unfortunately, she had to go through this. But did you hear what she said? They told her, turn the radio up. Guys, do you know, had she filmed this? Like right now, if you listen to her saying this, it's just her word of mouth. All right. She could be lying. But had she filmed this and heard that guy say that, do you know how high up the chain that could have went and that guy could have got in some serious trouble? Not with just his dealership, but with Kia. Because remember, you representing the car maker at some point. Every dealership is representing that car makers. So had she filmed that, this obviously was a supervisor or something, because mechanics don't tell you. Mechanics tell the supervisor to tell the customer, have her turn the damn radio up. She won't hear nothing. So they laugh and laugh. I didn't think the dumbass supervisor would go tell the customer. My mechanic suggested you just turn the radio up. Ain't that hilarious? No, it's not hilarious. It's not funny. I'm not turning my radio up. My point is, that supervisor is a jerk. Okay, I'm sorry. That's right. I said it. JT the car guy said it. You're a jerk for telling that customer to turn her damn radio up when she have a concern. Have I ever done that? Yeah, but I look around, make sure ain't no little red LED light and I'm being filmed and recorded. I have gone out on a limb and told, I have many times, I have, thank you, Shoni. I have gone, every one of us seen Engine Fire. Listen, I have gone out on a limb a couple times and advised customer on some things to just simply live with. Now, that's not as bad as telling the customer, turn your radio up so you won't hear it. No, I've advised customer, look, you may have to live with that. You got 200,000 miles on it. It's not bad enough to justify replacing this $500 part. So when it get real bad, bushing or some kind of suspension part, when it get real bad and noisy, then that's the best time. We doing it now. We ain't sure that's it. Just drive it a little while longer. I've pleaded with customers, like, please, I don't want to take your money. Not for a couple of reasons. I ain't sure that's the problem. And it's not detrimental, but that's not my call. The severity of your problem is there for me to relate to you, but it's not my call or decision to make on when you get it fixed. So I can, in essence, get in trouble for suggesting somebody live with something. Yeah, I think you should live with it. And, it's not a good time to, yeah. So let me dissect the rest of this.
An hour and a half goes by, and finally he comes up to me and he shows me this little piece.
What the hell is that?
The head mechanic told me that he heard the noise I was talking about. He kind of knew what he thought it would be, and then he said when he opened up, he didn't see anything. So guess what? He had to literally go in my car, take it fully apart, and stick a camera through, and guess what? There was a problem the whole time.
Yes. Okay. He went that extra mile because he is a shop foreman. Every shop should have a shop foreman. All right. They make buku money. All right, they help mechanics out when mechanics are frustrated. Mechanics, I sometimes need a different brain. Sometimes I need a reset. Like, damn, bro, I'm having a brain freeze. What do you think would cause such and such? Yeah, I'm one of the baddest mechanics in the shop. I'm not bragging, but a lot of people come to me, blah, 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 blah. When I need help, I got to fight it out. Or there's a couple of people, my Russian buddy, I can go to him Hey man, what you ever seen this? Think that I need a fresh brain. Everybody gets like that. I don't give a damn who you are. You need a reset. All right. I've got beat up one time. I was talking to a rookie. I mean, you can sometimes be so advanced, you forget the damn basics. This rookie yelled out, "Damn, JT, I don't know, man. Did you check the fuse?" Without me looking startled to think or to make him think that that's it. I like, nah, but I'm gonna go back down here and look at a couple more things. And first thing I did when I went out and looked at the fuse, sure enough, it was blown. So you can, in essence, sometimes be so advanced to where you forget the basics, things to check first. Like you bypass the fuse because you assume it's getting power supply and just little stupid stuff. Everybody need a brain reset sometime, and
This piece
I'm
of
no
plastic,
exception.
tape, whatever, rubber was hitting the thing the whole time. Hitting every single time, and that's why the noise was there. And I live in Florida, so when it was really hot, it would melt, and then obviously when the air would go on, it would get hard again and start moving.
So it turned out it wasn't dangerous. It wasn't something that could, strand her or catch a fire or blow up or anything like that. But again, you never know until you find a problem. In order to find the problem, it's going to take time and effort.
This is why you advocate for yourselves. Please do not never let a man tell you that nothing's wrong, blah, blah, blah. Even women, don't let anyone ever tell you something is wrong when you know in your heart something's wrong. Advocate for yourself because there are solutions, and people need to start taking their jobs seriously and listening to their clients and not giving them bullshit excuses. Really, to turn off the air or make the air higher or listen to music, that's a terrible thing to say to a customer.
All right. That ending part, I'm sorry. She has a point. She really has a point. But I can't defend whoever. I can't defend nobody on that. She have a point. If you feel like you're being mistreated, stand up for yourself. Okay. It's just so happened in this case. I don't think she's being mistreated. All right. I gotta wrap this up, guys. I told you I wanted to do this real quick. 69. Darkman, what's up? Enemy Depot. Oops, what's wrong, man? All hell the king. This guy bringing politics in here. No, who, me? No, I'm not sure what you must be talking to Gangrel. Okay, you're asking is he evangelical? Can you do a quick video or tour of the cars on your Shoni, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Yes, I can. Yes, it's just gonna take some time, but sure I can do that, Shoni. I don't think she thought it was dangerous. The noise was driving her crazy, and they blew it off. I'd be pissed too. Damn, you got a point, Dark Man. Mopar King. It's been a long while since I joined the stream. What's up, Costa the King? You the king, bro. Same old here, man. I'm just chilling. Can you do a quick video, a tour of the car? Yes, I will do that, my friend. Shoni, every one of us has seen engine fires. Yes, I seen one just the other day. Thank you, Shoni. I appreciate that. You have many times. They definitely do take advantage of women, but not all techs. I agree. I'm not. I try my best not to. I do it sparingly. Okay. No, bro. My birthday in October. October. Yeah. Timothy, what's up, man? If the sale is about to close, what? My wife is the one who purchased a Kia, and the sales rep treated her great. That's what's up. Papa Hobby, what's going on, man? I heard G.I. Joe. Yes, y'all saw the video. That drove me crazy because nowadays fuse, you can't just look at a fuse and tell if it's bad. Shoni talking about that video I put out with the Caravan. The wire was compromised. I replaced the wire and harness, and it still wouldn't work. Went into panic mode naturally, right? Because the customer want their car. I'm like, oh shit, it still don't work. Could you imagine putting a part on, a obviously broken part, and the car still don't work? Yeah, that's what happened. Turn out that wire shorted somewhere and popped the fuse. We got it taken care of. They should know what a vehicle sounds like. Exactly. Every time my car starts making a noise, my dad says to turn the radio up. That's stuff you can do at home. Doing it to a customer can get you dethroned, everything. Yeah, we got to be careful, extremely careful what we say. What's up, Alonzo? How you doing, man? No, it's not my birthday, bro. But a lot of techs take advantage of females and men in suits. Interesting. Very interesting. It works for the brakes. Oh, you talking about turn the radio up so you won't hear it? Squeaky noise. with brand new brake pads. If I had a ticking Pentastar, I would turn the radio up. Hey, man, those Pentastar must be a Gen 1 or 2. Okay, yeah, Gen 3s don't really. Let me stop. They all got a little issue, but we slowly getting them all done now. Yes. On my birthday, always start at part A. Okay. Yeah, they didn't want to deal with that, I'm assuming. I saw the video that G.I. Joe got stuck in the sliding door and that you fix. Yes, I fixed it for free because I couldn't go back and charge. My estimate only says to replace the harness. It's broken. So I took it upon myself to just track it down, find out. Check the easy. I agree. And not so much easy, but visual. All right. A lot of can be done, guys, by a good visual. You'd be surprised with how much stuff you can fix. Yes, it's fixed. I guess they found a piece of plastic. All right. Uh damn, Tim insists. Not a good idea. Just tell them what's wrong. In essence, in a way, yes. Okay, I see where you're going with that, Derek. What up, Uncle Andy? What's popping, man? Yes, Tim. Okay. Do you own a Chrysler? Yes, I do, Shoni. I just got one of those test lights, voltage readout, and circuit buzzers going to be handy. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Uh, Journey 2017. What gen engine do they have? All Journeys are Gen 2 from 15 and up. They're Gen 2 3.6 Pentastar. All right. No Gen 3s are in the Journey. All right. The Journey died in 2020 anyway. The Journey, the Dodge Grand Caravan, they all died in 2020. They became no more. So, that's when the Pacifica showed up in 2017. It was supposed to take the place of the van, but soccer moms kept buying it. They put their foot down. They didn't want it to go. Was just dropping it. That's what's up, Garage Monkey. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yes, I appreciate that. I work for Kia and Connect. That's what's up, Heart. Okay. Yeah, man. Y'all need to stop telling these customers to turn their radio up when they hear some noise. Heart, I hope you don't do that, bro. Don't get in trouble, man. Don't do that. Are you going to upload a video tour of your? Yes, I will, Shoni. Give me a minute and give me some time. I saw you made reference to hot water recently. Dude, I just say whatever comes to my head. None of this stuff is planned. Okay, if I'm trying to get my point across, if I'm trying to explain to a customer, who's that? Uncle Andy. There are people out there literally won't put, like, you spring a leak, you stranded out in the middle of the road, or you at home, right? You boiling some hot dogs. You want some hot dog, right? Now, you go outside to start your car, and you got all coolant under the bottom, right? There's nothing coolant. Leak, sprung a leak. All right. Your water hydrant is off. There's some people really skeptical about what did they put in their car just to get to the shop. Like, don't drive it dry. Put anything in it. I don't give a damn if it's hot dog water. Put something in it. Never drive your car bone dry. You can always flush out. That go the same go for oil. Why are you being picky? Wait, don't put that in there. My car takes 10W30. That's 10W20. But you ain't got no oil in it. I don't care. Don't put that in there. Why are people so dead ass serious about everything? Some of y'all think too hard. Don't put nothing in it because this is wrong. Right now, you have nothing in it. We just put the hose back on it while all your oil leaked out. So we need to get this to a shop. All right? No. He got 3 quarts of 10W20 in his car, but his car on his cap said 10W30. He's scared to put the... Y'all stop thinking so hard, people. Hot dog water do just fine. Okay. Yes, 3.6 Gen 2, my friend. Don't make fun of Pentastar Tick. It's a pretty overall engine. It is, man. The crappy roller rocker. Yeah, and that cooler, they gave the Pentastar engine a bad name, Costa. Those two things right there, image, almost destroyed the image of the Pentastar. Yes, overall, that engine is... The horsepower all the way up to the fuel economy hangs in there with the rest of the big boys. Can you email me and let me know when you're about to upload the driveway? Yes, I can, Shoni. I will do just that. It depends on the service writer and management. Okay. Hart, that's what's up, man. Can you email? Yes, I will, Shoni. And the Chevy 513 did the same thing. Okay. Wow. I think I may have a tick in my... Uh-oh, Tim. Piece of cake, Tim. If you got a journey, that's a sideways engine. In other words, a front wheel drive engine. It's gonna be tight getting that. I don't know if you how you plan on doing it. See, I mean, some people take the cover off because you're supposed to take the cover off. All right, don't you? No, not when you're doing a ticker. I don't know. Some people take the cover off to do certain things. I never take the cover off. So it depends on how you're doing it. And the journey and the caravans are tight on the side because of that firewall. So your tool, I had to cut my tool in half just to get in there. So if you're gonna if this is DIY, you're gonna have fun. But if you don't feel good about doing it, please take it to a shop. I don't know your mechanical skill level. I think I may have a tick. 2012 compass window will intermittently not go back up. Replace switch. What would be your next check? My next check, I would, diagnose it. It sounds like bottom line. You got a scan tool that will read door modules. 2012 Jeep Compass. Do that thing got a door module? Do it got a BCM? If it has a BCM or door modules, there are likely some codes inside of it that will put you in the right direction. Okay. Window will intermittently not go back up. Yes, there's a lot of things that could affect that. Technical mumbo jumbo, okay. But a damn Falco would definitely be helpful, putting you in the right direction. Okay. But if you don't have one, you gotta get inside those modules to see what those computers sees. It's exactly, man. Hard people think too hard, guys. That's my cue. That's my time. I gotta go. That's all I have. Thanks for watching.